I think one of the things we should mention is a couple of years ago you added a pretty good collection to your collections that you had, the Lincoln collection. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Well, when the Lincoln Museum, which at one time was known as the Lewis A. Warren Lincoln Library and Museum, when the Lincoln Museum announced that they would be closing, the corporation, Lincoln Corporation, announced that they were no longer going to support that or make that available. At the same time, they set up a process for institutions to sort of make a pitch for them to take custody of that stuff, or to be given the collection. So there was a meeting in Philadelphia. We were invited to it. Brown University was there. The Smithsonian Institution was there. Gettysburg was there. In Springfield, Illinois. Lincoln Library was there. And we heard all about the Lincoln Museum collection and all it involved. And then we were invited to submit proposals. Our proposal was a collaborative effort. We had Ian Rowland, the former CEO of Lincoln National Corporation. We had Indiana University involved. We had the Indiana Governor's Office on our team. And essentially we put together a proposal that said, you should basically transfer that collection to the Allen County Public Library, or somehow keep it in the state of Indiana, preferably in Fort Wayne. We were ultimately successful at that. And the three-dimensional objects in that Lincoln Museum collection, paintings and so forth, are in the Indiana State Museum in Indianapolis. All of the two-dimensional items, 18,000 books, photographs, thousands and thousands of photographs owned by the Lincoln family, and oh my God, scores of filing cabinets full of miscellaneous information about Lincoln that was accumulated over the years since the Lincoln Library Museum was founded. All that stuff came here. And one of the key selling points that we were able to offer was that not only could we care for that material, those books and manuscripts and documents and photographs, take good care of it and preserve it, but we were uniquely positioned to digitize it. We have a digitization center here operated by an organization called the Internet Archive. They have 30 some of these centers around the world. Ours is one of the 5 largest. There's another whole story behind that, which I really can't get into. But we had that here, and we still have it. It's still operating. And we were able to say to the corporate folks, if you bring that collection here, we will digitize that stuff, and everybody in the world will have access to it. Not just the people who wander in and ask to see something. And we're in the process of doing that right now. That would probably make another nice story. We could take you down there sometime, show you how that works. But that material is being digitized, and it's being used by people all over the world every day. We have items that the staff estimate maybe were used half dozen times over the years when they were on the back shelf, that have been downloaded tens of thousands of times, just because it's available, it's discoverable, and it wasn't before. So that's another point of pride that we have managed to keep that in Fort Wayne and make it available to the world.